Hi everybody, welcome to 2 of the First for November 13th, 2017, and here are our top 2 stories today. First, robbery in Phoenix. Bernhard Langer won 7 times on PGA Tour Champions this year. He won 3 major championships. He finished tied for second in another in T18 in the U.S. Senior Open. He won the first 2 of 3 Charles Schwab Cup playoff events, but came into the season finale of the Charles Schwab Cup Championship in Phoenix, Arizona, in the driver's seat, but not guaranteed to win the season-long prize, the Charles Schwab Cup, and its $1 million annuity to the winner. Came into Sunday needing a little help and to do a little bit of work in the 54-hole tournament to guarantee himself the season-long title, despite having by far the best season of anybody on the 50-plus circuit. As it turns out, he walked away Sunday with second prize, which was a $500,000 annuity, because Kevin Sutherland won for the first time on PGA Tour Champions and the first stroke play event win of his career. He won by 1 shot at 15 under par, beating Vijay Singh, and that locked up for him the season-long race for the Charles Schwab Cup. The reaction on Twitter, pretty obvious. Outrage. How can a guy as good as Bernhard Langer, who's still kicking butt at 60 and beyond, how can that guy, with the season he had, 7 wins, 3 majors, 2 playoff events, not get the season-long trophy? And how can golf have a playoff system where that's possible? But I tell you, playoffs aren't meant to be fair, and Bernhard Langer said as much on Golf Channel's air. The players voted for this system, including him, and he knew what he was getting into going into the season finale. That said, golf tends to have 2 formats when it does playoffs. It has 1 set of playoff formats for the opening events of a playoff series, the first 3 events of the FedEx Cup playoffs, and the first 2 events of the Charles Schwab Cup playoffs, and then it has a completely different setup for the final event. It doesn't make sense. It needs to be more consistent, and it needs to be something that carries through from all of the events in the playoff series, from start to finish, whether that's pure stroke count, whether that's eliminations after each tournament based on stroke count, whatever that needs to be. But if we're going to have playoffs in golf, they need to act and feel like real playoffs, and they need to be consistent.
2 of the first!
The other big story this week is we have 2 tours wrapping up their season on different parts of the globe. So first, for the European Tour, their DP World Tour Championship ends the season and ends the race to Dubai, fittingly in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai. Jumeirah Golf Estates, the Greg Norman-designed Earth Course, once again hosts the season finale, the $8 million purse, as well the basically $1.5 million in money that goes to the season-long winner. Now, Tommy Fleetwood is in the driver's seat, and this is a pure points-based competition. This is a true playoff in the sense that total points at the end of the season wins. And so the only guy that can really catch him is Justin Rose, who's won his last 2 starts. He took off last week, did not play in the Nedbank Golf Challenge in South Africa, which had 72 players. He's back this week. He does have a mathematical chance of winning and has seen some success on this golf course in the past. Fleetwood would be trying to get his first ever Race to Dubai title, his first Order of Merit on the European Tour. Justin Rose would be going for his second. Meanwhile, on the LPGA Tour, the CME Group Tour Championship ends the race to the CME Globe. That's in Naples, Florida at Tiburon Golf Club, where they're also going to host the QBE Shootout, the former Shark Shootout, in a few weeks' time. In the driver's seat, you got a number of players who have a chance to win, 12 with a mathematical chance of winning the race to the CME Globe and the $1 million prize. But obvious player going into this with the most momentum is Shanshan Feng, who became the first player from China to become the world #1 in the Rolex rankings with her 2nd consecutive win on the LPGA. She won the Blue Bay LPGA in her native China. That ended on Saturday when the rankings came out on Monday. She was just hundredths of a point ahead of U.S. Women's Open champion Sung Hyun Park, and there's less than 0.05 points between the top 3 players in the Rolex ranking. Really interesting time in women's golf. See so many great players stacked at the top, so many of them playing well throughout the course of the season. And you've got a number of players, including the likes of Lexi Thompson, Lydia Ko, Arya Jatanyagharn, who were tremendous players at points in this season, but haven't shown consistently of late to the level they've shown in the past. And that could mean a very exciting 2018 for the LPGA if all of them continue playing great golf. That's 2 of the first for November 13th. Please give us your feedback on social media. I'm at Ryan Ballengee, RyanBallengee, and you can subscribe to us on your favorite video service, and we will see you tomorrow.